Mom just asked me for $600 when I work a minimum wage job, then tells me to stop spending. Do you think you can learn to point me and daddy $600 until next Friday? We were approved for a car, but we have to put down $1,100. We only have $500, won't have the rest. Until next Friday. $600. I don't even have $600. Oh. You should have a lot of money. Stop spending. The most I have is $300. Boy, how you gonna ask me for money and tell me to stop spending? Lumfeo, my parents pulled the same shit with me a couple weeks back. Told me I need to be smart with my money. Hey, can I borrow some money? I'm broke. Sorry, I'm broke too. What the hell? Be smarter with your money for me. Hey, can I borrow some money? I'm broke. No. You should be smart with your money. This is me being smart with my money. Can't be stupid with money if you don't have any. 30-foot motorhome from 1992. It's been rough. No shower, no fridge, no cooking space, no space period. It was not well taken care of before I moved into it nearly a year ago, but it was my only option other than homelessness. I'm very glad to be getting out of here today. Now to stop procrastinating and continue working on cleaning all the trash and stuff I don't need out and packing up all the stuff I do need. I'll be sleeping on my old couch in my new room tonight, and I will be so happy. With a real bathroom and shower right across the hallway. This experience has definitely motivated me to finally learn to cook on a budget, meal planning, etc. I've spent so much money because I don't have a fridge or a place to cook. It's insane. That's going to be my first goal, to start meal planning and cooking for the week every Saturday and Sunday at my new house. I'll be perfectly happy to eat the same thing every day as leftovers for a week, if it means not spending a minimum of $15 a day just to get pre-prepared foods I can actually eat at home or work. Actually ridiculous GBH. I love your reply that started off with boy. Looks like you were completely donezo. Trust me, I am. Just gave them $250 like 3 weeks ago to my whole life. Whenever I'd have some sort of money or income they would take it, mostly without asking, so yeah, no, fun. At that point, seems like they just can't manage money themselves. I'd just stop giving them anything, especially if they're not paying you back, emo. Two full-grown adults only have $500 between them, and get mad at a kid for not having $600? Kid is doing better than them anyway for having $300. It's honestly just really sad to me that two grown adults can't manage to keep enough money to raise the children they had. What would happen if one of them got hurt? You ask the other for some cash for the bills? I don't want to get political, but I will say that assuming all parties are employed, it's just a sad economical state when a single emergency could send you spiraling into bankruptcy as a family unit. My parents push their children to get jobs ASAP so they can take 50% or more of their paychecks in rent. Doesn't matter their age. One parent works minimum wage, the other on disability. They routinely let their adult children, and whatever girlfriend/boyfriend they have at the time, to live with them to charge them rent. At this point, they rely on it to make ends meet. It's utterly ridiculous, and I'm so glad I cut them out of my life years ago. They're a fucking drain on society, but you best believe they think they're not the ones at fault for anything that comes their way. Duck 'em. I hope they die off soon, so they have less influence over my nieces and nephews that currently live with them. Ducking cancer. My mom asked me for money for my sister's soccer supplies. The supplies that the coach wanted cost nearly $200. She was begging me because she didn't get paid till later in the week and admitted she messed up and really needed help and promised to pay me back. I said yes and paid for it because, hey, people screw up, right? Well, I had to ask her nearly every day for the money back, and then she kept $100 of it to say it was my monthly rent, which I do pay, for car insurance, phone bills, school bills, etc., but had already paid for the month. We argued on that, then agreed it was next month's rent and she returned the rest. The constant arguing over it was so stupid. You gotta get out of there, as soon as you can. That environment sounds super toxic. I'm working on it. She's a little controlling, and constantly tells me how I don't spend time with them, but then constantly tells me to stop going on about whatever I'm talking about, and tells me about something I'm doing wrong, or how no one helps her. Then I help her, and I get no thanks or anything. I lent a friend $40, so he could go out with us one night. I was cool about it, and didn't pester him a lot over it, but when I finally started asking him to pay me back he got shitty with me, and said I'm not going to not pay my bills, so that I can pay you back. Like I was an afterthought. Bitch, you took my money in the first place. If you miss your bills that's on you, not me. I never got the money back, but it's fine. I learned not to lend him money anymore. I think the most unreasonable thing is he didn't just come to you first and explain his situation. My friend currently owes me a fuckload of money BC I helped buy his fiance's ring. We worked out an interest rate that we both thought was very fair. I'm not really making anything but not really losing out a ton on a standard return, and he got a better rate than he could find. He came to me a while back saying that they wanted to go on a trip, but that he'd be a little late paying for the month if they did. I told him not to worry about it BC he came to me first, and so I know he hasn't forgotten. He'd just prefer not to put his trip on a card and get fucked. That's $600 you would never see again, lol. No kidding, my parents took $1,300 from me last year to pay hospital bills and guilt me for wanting it back every time they have to pay for something, or if they can't afford something they say I still need to pay you back, we don't have extra money to spend. I'd be mortified asking my kids for money, let alone sass them while doing it. What sort of parent would be okay with asking for this much money from their kid, and then chastising them when they say they can't afford it? A lot of parents, unfortunately. My mom did this to me while I was in college and said just take out more loans. I did. She never hit me back. That's the worst, ruining your children's credit to make themselves happy. Absolutely fucked. My girlfriend had one of those student bank accounts for far too long. The ones that are linked to a parent's bank account. Whenever her student loan would be deposited into her account, her mom would be asking for money, and so would her siblings. I couldn't imagine being that pathetic. Years of watching Judge Judy has taught me to never loan money to friends or family. If any of my sisters asks for money, super rare, I just give it them as a gift. We have one person in our family that asks on an annual basis for $100. One of us coughs up the $100, so we don't have to talk to them for a year. It's a sad state of affairs when the entire family agrees $100 is easier than having to deal with your shit. Otherwise I don't lend money to people. If they need something I will get them that thing and I never expect anything back. Why don't you all cut that person out of your life entirely? Because if they just show up once in a while to get money, they literally aren't worth allowing to come over. This is the rule in my family too. No lending, only gifting. Besides, we are all struggling, so it comes back anyway. My grandma needed $200.00, so I gave it to her. And there will come a time when I need money and she'll have my back. That's the way it's always been for us. I had a close circle of friends of all ages when I was younger, and we had a great system. It started with the parents of the group and spread to us all. They had this traditional Irish drum. Whenever someone needed money, they'd let the group know, hey, I haven't been playing the drum lately, anyone want it? I think they're worth about $200 these days. That was code for I'm in a bind and really need $200 that I can't pay back soon. And someone in the group would always respond, I've been meaning to try it again. I'll give you $200 for it. In the beginning, we actually passed that drum around, and if you bought it, it was yours until the next time things got tough. But after a while, it was pretty much all on paper, lol. It sounds silly, but keeping up the fiction really let everyone ask for help early, without shame. It was a sale, so everyone knew no payback was expected, and it didn't negatively affect the relationship. Plus it could lighten up a tough situation. My early 20s would have been a lot harder without the few times that Drum and my dear friends really helped me out. Thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to see more interesting video. Goodbye.